Here's a question. What's the most feared virus on Earth? Most people say HIV, some say rabies, but the one that makes doctors genuinely terrified? Ebola. First discovered in 1976, not one outbreak, two, at the same time, in two different countries. Sudan, 53% of people who caught it died. Congo, 88%. Nearly 9 in 10 people gone. Why the difference in fatality between the outbreaks? Ebola isn't one virus. It's a family of 6. There are 3 key species. Zaire Ebola virus, the deadliest. Fatality rate, up to 90%. Sudan Ebola virus, up to 60%. Bujo, up to 50%. Let's put this in context, because 90% fatality rate is hard to actually feel. Seasonal flu, fatality rate, 0.1%. COVID-19, at its peak before vaccines, 1 to 3%. Ebola Zaire, untreated, up to 90%. 100 people walk into a hospital with Ebola. Most of them don't walk out. If COVID killed at the rate Ebola does, it wouldn't have killed 7 million people. It would have killed over 400 million. This is the part that explains everything. Why the symptoms look the way they do. Why the bleeding happens. Why the immune system can't stop it. When Ebola enters your body, it doesn't go for your organs first. It goes for your first responders. The cells whose entire job is to detect infection and sound the alarm. Macrophages, dendritic cells. Ebola infects them first. And once inside, any infected cell normally fights back. It releases chemical messengers called interferons. Think of them as emergency flares, warning every neighboring cell to raise its defenses. Ebola blocks them completely. The warning never goes out. Meanwhile, Ebola hijacks the cell's own machinery to replicate, unchecked, undetected, for days. Your immune system takes 7 to 10 days to fully activate. By the time it's ready, Ebola has already been replicating for days. The viral load is massive. Ebola infects and kills the cells lining the gut. The body can no longer hold fluid, vomiting, diarrhea. Most people who die from Ebola die from dehydration. But in severe cases, the immune system finally sees what's happening. It overreacts. It floods the body with inflammatory signals, a cytokine storm. That inflammation attacks your blood vessels. They become leaky. The liver makes the proteins your blood needs to clot. Once the liver fails, the bleeding starts. That's the hemorrhaging Ebola is known for. Your own immune system destroying the infrastructure that keeps blood inside your body. Why can't our bodies fight off Ebola? Because by the time the immune system knows what it's dealing with, the virus has already been replicating for days. So why do some people survive? Their immune system responded faster. In the critical first days, before the viral load became massive, their immune system slowed the virus just enough. The cytokine storm never reached the same intensity. The liver held. The bleeding never started. How do we stop something our immune system can't even see? For decades, we couldn't. The only treatment was supportive care, aggressive IV fluid replacement, electrolytes, oxygen, keep the patient alive long enough for their immune system to fight back. That changed after 2014. 28,000 cases, 11,000 deaths. It forced a global investment in Ebola research. Today, we have 2 approved treatments, Inmazeb and Ibanga. Both stop the virus from entering cells, but only against Zaire Ebola virus. Bujo and Sudan still have no approved treatment. In clinical trials, Inmazeb dropped the fatality rate from 67% to 34%. And vaccines? Ervebo, approved in 2019. Ring vaccination, vaccinating everyone in contact with a confirmed case, stopped multiple transmission chains in the 2018 Congo outbreak. The answer is speed. The faster fluids go in and treatments start, the fewer people die. But to use these tools in time, you have to know when an outbreak begins. So where does Ebola keep coming from? The virus most likely lives in fruit bats. Bats carry it without getting sick. When it jumps from an animal to a human for the first time, that's called a spillover. Humans get exposed when they handle infected animals. Wild animals hunted for food, bat colonies, dead primates. Handling an infected carcass is enough. The spillover zones are always the same. Democratic Republic of Congo, its 17th outbreak since 1976. Uganda, Gabon, Guinea, Sierra Leone, Liberia. Dense forest, close human-wildlife contact, limited healthcare infrastructure. That combination turns a spillover into an outbreak. The 2014 West Africa outbreak started with a single 2-year-old in a village in Guinea who likely came into contact with an infected animal. Within 18 months, 3 countries were overwhelmed. Here's the strange thing about Ebola. It kills too fast to spread far. A virus that kills in days has less time to travel than one that incubates for weeks. Its lethality is also its containment. Right now, in 2026, an outbreak is active in DRC and Uganda. Bundibugyo strain. No approved treatment, no vaccine. The tools we built for Zaire don't work here. We're back to supportive care, fluids, oxygen. Vaccine research is underway. Contact tracing is running. Every outbreak we survive, we learn something new. When a new case appears today, scientists and the WHO move within hours, because they know what happens when they don't.